What makes a game fun and challenging and entertaining, and try to blend those things into a good mix to get that experience that you're after.
And what kind of design elements do you have? I mean, do you see carrying through the Battlefield, the whole Battlefield background, the history? What design elements do you see that are carried through all the way through into Battlefield 3?
Our main theme has always been the combined warfare of vehicles and infantry, and trying to find this really big experience of epic warfare, and the unique vehicle aspect that we have allows us to do that.
So, what got you into design? Well, I mean, what is if someone was interested in being a game designer, what is it that they should look for? What drove you?
I've always been a very passionate gamer. I've played every game on the planet, I think, and I come from the competitive gaming community originally. But I also come from an art background. So I started as an artist, an animator, and moved on to design after some time, and I'm loving it.
So you've been with DICE for how long now?
It's 8 years soon.
Well, that's a long time in this business, and that's so. I guess you played through all of the. I guess you said you played everything. So you played through all the way through since Battlefield 1942.
Yes, I have.
So what is it? What's give us your favorite thing out of the current, actually the history of Battlefield. What's your favorite thing?
Oh, that's a tough one. Just my first project, Battlefield 2, as it started to come together for the first time, to really see your own game come together like that. That was very epic. And currently, of course, seeing the progress of Battlefield 3 and hearing what people think about it, it's mind-blowing.
So now that you're kind of bridging those two things, and you played Battlefield 2, obviously been very involved in Battlefield 2, you really feel like we're going to get now, after 6 years, we're going to get that bridge. You're going to feel like, man, there's a heart and soul of Battlefield in here that we're carrying over from 2 into 3.
Yeah, it's the sequel to Battlefield 2.
So if someone is trying to get into the game design industry, what is your advice for them?
Oh, absolutely play a lot of games, and try to pay close attention to what makes that game fun. That's the big thing. Find that core essence that makes that game enjoyable. And if you can find that, you're on a good way.
And the art background, obviously, huge.
Yeah. If you can program and make art and sound and music, that helps too.
All the way around, huh?
Yeah.
You got to get into all the way around. So I guess, what platform did you start on? Where was gaming started for you?
Oh, I played all platforms all along, I think.
What did it start with? I guess as a kid, what was your first platform? Where'd you go?
That was a Game & Watch, I think, yeah. And then Nintendo 8-bit, the old one. Moved on to Game Boy and Amiga, Commodore 64s.
So you definitely come in through you've got a lot of background, and you've been thinking that's great. I mean, that really rounds out, so you understand both the console and the PC side. So I really appreciate you stopping by. This is awesome. So hold on, we're getting a thing. Oh, so I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you very much. Fans, the tank video from yesterday's press conference, my favorite piece, because obviously it goes over from Desert Storm, and as a Desert Storm fan, there's nothing better than seeing those tanks roll over into desert. So let's go ahead and watch. Hey, so we're back. We got Kevin O'Leary back, brand manager for Battlefield, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about the Back to Karkand expansion pack and what you're going to find in that expansion pack. So, Kevin, give it to us. What do we got?
All right, so we're really excited. Back to Karkand, I mentioned a little bit earlier. It's including the limited edition, so this will be our first major expansion pack coming out, obviously after the ship Battlefield 3, 1025, revealed that yesterday, very stoked. So Back to Karkand is obviously homage to our Battlefield 2 days, some of our key maps. So we have 4 brand new maps on the, or I guess revisited maps on there in the Frostbite 2 lifestyle. Back to Karkand, obviously the main one there, Strike at Karkand, Wake Island, and a couple others in there. I won't reveal them all right now, unless you've already seen our blog. So it's a great kind of package of these 4 maps for people to go back, but again, playing in this new atmosphere. We're bringing in new vehicles, new weapons, so there's going to be a lot of stuff. It's a full expansion pack. It's not just maps and you're good. It's really a themed expansion pack. Think of it like the Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, right? It was all these weapons, it was like the atmosphere, the vehicles, everything kind of mixed in together. It's very much like that. So you're going to feel like you're back in the Battlefield 2 trenches, but you're obviously going to have the great Frostbite 2 and Battlefield 3 game engine around you.
And those, and of course, I'm assuming that all that destruction and all that stuff that's part of the Frostbite engine is all going to be incorporated. So we're going to see all these great places from the Battlefield history by just incorporating in all these great maps. Everyone really has a real love affair for over time.
Right, I just can't wait to take like an air vehicle and just jam it into the roof of that dome on Strike at Karkand for the first time. It's going to feel so good. Just go right through it.
Yeah, definitely going to see a lot of people. I mean, I got on just last week and was playing Strike at Karkand in Battlefield 2, and I was amazed to see still the numbers of people that are playing that map, and people. I mean, obviously there's a lot of passion for it. So what else? So I guess what else are we going to see in this the DLCs? What can you tell us? I mean, you got a thing. You got a lot of people out here asking questions, and I just want to remind people, go ahead, ask on Twitter, because we're going to ask him. We got him right here. So let's get those questions in. Ask him. He's right here.
So we have obviously Back to Karkand is what we're talking about right now. Of course, we're going to love to support our community, so we're going to have plenty of content coming out afterwards. So Back to Karkand is the first focus, and then we'll move from there to there. I'm excited about Back to Karkand, and like we said, I'm happy to take questions and answer what we can about it.
So, all right. The earpiece hasn't yet told me any questions, so I don't know. Nobody has any questions, apparently. No? All right. Well, hey, so I guess out of those maps, I mean, obviously you played the original maps. Which one are you going to say? Obviously, you Strike at Karkand, you want to jam that dome, but like, is that your favorite map of this pack?
Actually, I think one of my favorites is Wake Island, and for a couple of reasons. I think the biggest one is it's been revisited so many times, and the team is just really excited about it. So obviously playing it first couple of times back in the day, but then really 1943 when we brought back Wake Island there was a really fun experience. You know, that was Frostbite 1, so there was destruction elements into it. It was just a different experience, right? Like the World War II style, and it was rebuilt obviously for that game. Now seeing this one, I haven't actually played the newest Wake Island, but the concept art that we've seen and the other elements, it's just so different. You know, there's like an aircraft carrier. It feels very like deathbed of like ships and planes, right? It just seems like this massive battle's taking place, and it's almost like the scavengers are just barely like hanging on. It's like the final fight of this epic war feels like it's taking place on there. And it's just really cool. You know, we've got to see how it looks in Frostbite 2, and when it's rendered out, you know, with no people on there, it's these big, expansive worlds, and they just feel so alive because around you, you know, you'll see paratroopers coming in, or you'll see just stuff in the background, the ambience. It really just, it makes me feel like I'm part of this massive war, and it's like I'm fighting my one fight, doing my good fight, but like obviously everywhere else, my brothers are fighting everywhere.
So I guess the magic question is burning up Twitter now. I guess you said you're going to shove a air vehicle into a dome on Karkand. Are you confirming now we're going to have air vehicles on Strike at Karkand?
I don't know exactly what ones we'll have on there, but we definitely have a load of vehicles. I'm hoping that they put them on there. That's one of the things that we don't get all the way into yet. So there'll definitely be plenty of land vehicles as there have been in the past, because it's always good that, you know, good balance of inventory, the long haul or the long corridors of road in between the big buildings. So there will be vehicles on there. I'm just saying I'm hoping that there's air vehicles to crash into the roof there.
I think we have another question. When is Back to Karkand